Hey everyone, my name is Ruby and I work Queen of T-shirts. Our goal today is to make a rhinestone patch. So let's get started. If you're new, welcome. And if you are a subscriber and coming back, welcome back. Today we are going to be learning how to do a patch using rhinestones and felt. So we are going to go ahead and get started. We're going to be using today, the supplies that we're going to be using today is, let me bring this up here. Here it is down at the bottom. We're going to be using Hot Fix rhinestones, which I have these. I got these from Heat Transfer Warehouse. And I'll have a link with everything down below of where I got uh, my rhinestones from. Um, we're also going to be needing a brush, a cutting machine, which I'm going to be using my Cricut to cut out the rhinestone pattern. We're going to need some, as I stated, we're going to be needing a felt, a paintbrush, and you can get this from Home Depot, uh, or what's the other one? Can't think of the other one. But any hardware store you can get this from. You're also going to be needing um, some hot fix tape. This is the tape. I got this off of Amazon, I believe, but I normally purchase mine from Heat Transfer Warehouse. It is a transfer tape for rhinestones. And to do the patch, you're gonna need some Heat Bond Ultra Hold. Now you can get this from Joann Fabrics, or you can get this wherever they sell fabric at. You can get this from Walmart's as well. Michael's, I believe they sell it as well. And then the other thing that you are going to need is that I brought it over here, but I'll show you this one here. You are going to need the rocket flop, or whatever you purchase to cut out your templates with, your rhinestone templates, but rocket flock is the best one for me. And I got this from Heat Transfer Warehouse. And then you also want to have some type of plastic or whatever you want to put your rocket flock on to brush in um, your rhinestones. And I'm sorry if I'm fumbling today. Not feeling well, but I wanted to come and bring something today for you. Also, you also want to get a pen. This is actually with wax on the end. It's a wax pen that you pick up your stones with. You can purchase this from Amazon. I got this from Amazon as well. And as I say, I'll leave everything below, the links below where you can actually get your items from, or go and get your items. Also, the felt, you can find these in sheets. This was a 9 by 12, which I got from a while back. Believe I got this from Michael's or Walmart's, one or the other. But we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to be using Silhouette to do my design in, and then we're going to transfer it over to Cricut and cut it out from Cricut. Now I do have Silhouette Business, and I have the Cameo machine where I can cut out using my Cameo. But I want to show you how to cut out if you don't have the Cameo machine, to use it in Cricut. I will do another video on how you can cut it out on your Cameo machine. So I am going to go ahead and just share my screen here while I'm going to go ahead and um, get into silhouette. Just a second, I'm going to bring that on in. Okay, so we are in silhouette right now. So what I'm going to do, I am just going to go ahead and just create letters. I'm not going to do a picture. I'm just going to do letters so that we can do a patch with the letters on it. So I'm just going to click on that A to the side, and then I am going to, it's going to bring a blinker here where you can type in what you want. So since I've already done blessed, um, let's see what else I can do. Let me just do queen. Um, because my company name is Queen of T-shirts, I'm just going to do queen. So I'm going to put everything in caps. So we typed out the word queen. I'm just going to go ahead and click out of it. And now what I want to do is change the fonts on this because I don't want it to be this fonts here. So I want it to be a bold font. I'm going to go with Brooklyn. That's what I'm going to use. The fonts I'm going to use is called Brooklyn. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go to my right hand side on the panel here. I'm going to click out of this and I am going to go to the A right here, which is going to bring up my text style. I am going to go ahead and type in Brooklyn and it should bring it up. Okay. Okay, there we go. Um, Here it is, right here, Brooklyn. We're going to go ahead and click on that. It changed it for me. So we're going to go with this Brooklyn. Now, the size I want to make this is my font size. I want to make it, I believe I did it a 5 by 550 by 2.199 inches. I'm going to ungroup it and group it back. It should, yeah, it's going to bring this up here. So we have it in the, my fonts is going to be Brooklyn. And then now I'm going to go ahead and type in the size I want for this font. So I said 5.550 by 2.199. I don't know what happened. Give me just a second here. I moved it and hit enter. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and lock it. And this is the size that I am going to be using. Okay, so the next thing I am going to do, I am going to turn this black. Okay, so now I am going to just bring up, I just want to bring it over here. So I have it at 5.550 by 2.199 in height. And what I'm going to do, I am going to go over to my panel here to my right, and I am going to go all the way down to the rhinestone panel. Now, in order to create your own, have the business edition or the design edition. So, in order to create your rhinestones and silhouette. So, what I'm going to do, I am going to go ahead and click on the rhinestone. It's going to bring it up. The next thing I'm going to do, I am using, now this is your, if you want to use SS10s, you can, then you would choose SS10. Today, I am using SS6. So I am going to go ahead and choose SS6, and I'm going to see how this looks in the edge. Okay, this is basically outlining this. Now I'm going to see how it looks in the linear fill. That looks good. I don't have much work to do to this. That looks good. Now let me check and see how it looks in the radial fill. That's not bad either. I think I like the radial fill. I'm going to go with this. Doesn't look like I have a lot of work to do to this, which is good. Which is so good. So I am going to go with this. Okay, so the next thing I am going to do, once let me take a closer look here. I'm just going to bring it up just to see if I have a lot of work to do. They don't look to be close. Let me bring it down here. No, they're fine. I don't have anything to do. Everything looks fine, which is good. I'm so glad. Okay, let me bring it down a little bit more. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I am going to go ahead, I'm going to release the stones, and then I am going to group them back together. Now, if I had to do anything to this design, then what I would have to do, if I had to do something with the cube, let me just group it back together to show exactly what I mean. You can go up to your object panel and click on group. Now there's another way you can actually group it back together as well, which is quicker for me. This right here will group it back together as well. These two will actually ungroup it. You know it's grouped if you see it not highlighted. It's already grouped. If you want to ungroup it, you would do it this way, ungroup it. Now what I'm going to do is highlight it, and let me see if I can ungroup it. Yes. So you see right here where it ungrouped this? That means that I can move this. I'm just taking my arrow key and moving it. But I can move it with this, but I want to make sure it's in the right section here, or it's going back in the right order. So you can ungroup it this way if you need to go into each individual one of these, and then you would actually just release the stones if you needed to do anything to this. So just click out of that and you can move the stones around if you want. But I like it as is. So I'm going to just group all the stones back together. I'm going to group it back together. And now I'm going to have to release the stones and group them back together. Let's see. Everything looks good on this. The E looks good. I'm releasing each one of them so that we'll be able to make it a compound path so that we can take it over to Cricut. So I'm going to release the stones, click out of it, and then I'm going to group them back together. I didn't have to do anything to this at all. Release. And we're going to group it back together. Yeah, we did that. Okay, so the end looks, I think the end is okay. I think the end is okay. I'm going to release the stones, and then I'm going to group it back together. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is close to each other. Let me check on this end. No, I think I can get away with that. I thought these two were close, but they're fine. So the next thing we're going to do, highlight the whole word queen, and I'm going to go ahead and group it together. Okay, now we're going to go up to object, and we're going to make it a compound path. It's going to turn it a different color. You're going to go ahead and exit out of the rhinestone panel, and you're going to go down to your color palette here, and you're going to turn this back black. Then you're going to go up under the color palette, and you're going to go to the line style. You're going to go to the one that's in the color, and you're going to go ahead and turn that off, the line off. And we're done over here. Okay, now I want to make sure, as you see, my size has changed. I actually had 5.550. I want to go back up here, keeping the lock on, to change my size back to the size I wanted. It changed my size. So I'm going to type in 5.550 and hit enter. It's giving me a different size. Yeah, it's giving me a different size here. Let me turn this off. Let me open up. I'm unlocking it, and I'm going to retype it again. And hit enter. Okay, now I'm going to lock it. That is the size that I want. So when I go over to Cricut, it may not come back in that size, so you would have to do the same thing in Cricut. I went back down here to get my rhinestone panel here, and I am going to go with SS6. Kind of like that. Now this one is different. I don't know what I did different last time, but yeah, it was this one that I went for. And let me do my spacing. I'm going to do 1.5. Here we go. And let me just bring it up so I can see what I have to do. I think it looks okay. Don't think I need to do anything with this at all. Everything looks to be okay. I'm going to leave it as is. Okay, so right now, this is my size 5550 by 2.199. It is locked. And what now I want to do is go ahead and ungroup this. And I'm going to release. And I'm going to bring them back together. Group them back together. Click on that. I'm going to release. And then I'm going to group them back together. Release the rhinestones. And I'm grouping them back together, highlighted and grouping back together. Okay. Now, you can go up for those of you that are not used to doing it my way. You can go up to Object and group it back together. You're going to release the stones. Go up to Object and you're going to group it back together. Normally, I use the panel to do that. So now everything is already done. I'm not doing anything to this. I'm going to leave this as is. I'm going to highlight everything, the whole word queen. Now, yeah, I'm going to highlight the whole word queen. I just want to see what let me ungroup this again. Because I want to see what the stone size the stone is. So it's at 0.102 is what the stone should be for the SS6. That's what it's saying. I'm writing that down. Let me group everything back together for the end. Okay, now I'm going to group the whole word queen back. And so look, it changed the size of my word. I'm going to leave this as is. I don't know why it did that, but we're going to leave it as is because I don't want to make any more changes to this. I guess I can make the change because I haven't converted it yet to a compound path. So let me do this. I'm going to put it back to 5.550. Maybe I should have hit enter. Now this was supposed to change to 2.199 and it did not. It's at 2.175. It could be me. Let me undo this. 5.550 tab 2.199. Okay, I am going to lock this. I have the spacing at 0.15. Everything seems to look good. They're not close to each other. I don't see anything close to each other, so that seems to look good to me. So now I am going to go ahead and highlight this, and I'm going to go up to Object, and I'm going to make it a compound path. It is going to change the color. You can go back up to the color panel, which is your fill panel. You're going to turn it back to black. And below that, you're going to go down to the line style panel, and you are going to click on that color, the line color, and you're going to just click on the second from the left. You're going to click on that, which is going to just make it just clear. That's all it's going to do. Okay. Now that we got that done, now I am going to go ahead and save this here. I'm going to go ahead and delete this, the one that I did incorrectly. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. I am going to go ahead and highlight this, click on that, and now I'm going to go ahead and go to File, and I'm going to save selection, and I'm going to save to my hard drive. I'm going to put it in my folder. It's already at my designs. I'm just going to name this. And I'm going to name this as Queen Patches. Down at the format part, down at the bottom at the format part, you're going to go ahead and do it as a SVG. And you're going to click OK. Okay, so now what we're going to do, I'm going to minimize this a little bit. And I am now going to go ahead and bring Cricut up. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and bring in the file. I'm going to go ahead and click Upload. Click on Browse. I'm going to go to my folder. It's on my external drive. And let me go ahead and find my design. There's the Queen Patches. There it is right there. I'm going to open it up. It's going to bring Queen in. It's already highlighted. And I am going to go ahead and, let's see here, upload it to my screen here. Click on Queen, add it to the canvas. Now, came in on the canvas. Okay, so now it says 5.55 inches by 2.2, which is incorrect. Up here is showing me it's 5.55, but I do need to go in and resize this again. So it's 5.550. And see how it gives me that 2.199? That's what I should be getting. Up here it's telling me 2.199. Let me redo this again. Okay, it should be that size. So now let me see if I can bring this over here. Looks like they're touching each other. I'm just bringing it up a little bit. Okay, there we go. So no, they're not touching each other. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, the only thing we need to do now is send it to Cricut to cut. But before I do that, I want to bring it over here so I can see how I want to lay it on the cutting pad. So my layer here is telling me, okay, so it's going to be about, okay, it's going to be about 6 inches here by, I'm going to do 3. So I'm going to do 6 by 3. And we're going to go over to the table so that we can go ahead and put this on the pad. So I'm just going to, first of all, let me go ahead and make it. We're going to put it on the pad. Going to confirm. We don't need to do anything else. We don't need to mirror it. We don't need to do anything. So I got this at 6. Okay. Looks like that's good. And I am going to go ahead and go over to the table. So here's the material here. I'm going to leave the backing on this. We're going to leave the backing on. So remember, it was 6 inches across, which is a little bit over 6 inches, and it was 2 inches down. So I just want to make sure. Let me bring this way. Seem to be uneven, which is good. We're just going to go ahead and do that. I got some studs. Gotta put them back in the pack. Okay, so now I'm just gonna open up my Cricut machine. And I've already, because I did make a cut, I've already checked my cutter to make sure there's nothing in there. And we're just gonna load this into the machine. I'm gonna need to move my camera back here. So I am going to actually use medium stock cardstock. That's what I have it on for this. And then I'm going to do more pressure for this. And then I'm going to go on over to the machine so it can cut it. So I did a medium cardstock, 80 pounds, and I put more pressure on for this. It seems to work for me. So let me go on over to the back of the machine so you can see. And it's going to cut it out for you. For me. Let me. Press the machine here. So we're going to let it do its thing. So if you like the contents of this video, please click on that like button. If you're not a member already to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. And then also click on that notification bell so when we upload new videos or go live, we will notify you. Okay, so it is done. We're going to go ahead and remove it. And we're going to shut this up right now. And we're just going to pull this off the back. And we're actually going to go ahead and set up. I'm not going to turn the heat press on, but we're just going to go ahead and use the Cricut Easy Press. Now, mind you, I have not used this in a while and it's got dust all on it. So, we're going to go ahead and plug up this Cricut Easy Press. And get this ready. that's where we're going to go ahead and do this here. So move this out a little bit, and I'm going to roll this out. Hopefully you can see this a little bit. So we can kind of take this off here. Still a lot in there. See, it's still a lot in here. Took me a while for the other one. But we're going to try. Turn this around and see if it'll work out for me. Or I'll just take the just trying to rub it on here. So what I'm going to do is get my cutting pad, the Cricut cutting pad, and put it on there. And I'll just scrape it off the Cricut cutting pad. Let's see. That's how I was able to get the other ones off. And I may have to just pull it. Yeah. Some of them are coming out, but I have to go in and try to. You don't want to stretch it out. You know, stretch your holes. You don't want to stretch them out. The majority of them are coming out. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do is pull them out by my hand. And we'll clean this up a little later. And so now we are going to brush in the SS6. So we are going to just moving everything out the way. And I am going to sprinkle the red ones in here. The SS6. And we're just going to make sure it falls in. And it looks like they're falling in. And I can see that the holes are a little bit bigger. And I should have checked the holes while I were in. Cricut and resized them back to the original size. But, you know, we making do with this here. I'm going to have to use my pen to go ahead and fill in. Yeah, I just got a few to fill in. So it looked like I got all the stones in each hole. And the next step I'm going to do is get my transfer tape, which I already pre-cut it. This transfer tape came from Heat Transfer Warehouse. So I am going to, you have to be careful because it's like a magnetic and you have to really put it down fast. See? See how they're popping up? One turned around on me. So I have to make sure I get that one. Yeah, see, that one turned around on me. So now what I am going to do is to go ahead and put it back on the sheet until I'm ready to iron this on. So turn this around. It's so dainty. I'm just going to put it down like that. And we're going to get all these up right now. We're going to go ahead and turn it on. See, I ain't use it. I've been using it so long, I'm forgetting what I'm doing. And we are going to turn this up to 330 degrees. So let me turn the temperature up. 330. And we're going to do it for 30 seconds. Yep. 30 seconds. Set. Okay. So we have to wait until this comes up. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the first one I did. And we're going to do the blessed one on the red felt. And I think I got some type of blend or something on this, but I'm just going to take the blend brush and we are going to put blessed on this. I'm going to heat that up a little bit. I'm just going to heat that up a little bit and then I'll weigh it down. It's going to 230, as you can see. So we're going to do that, and then we'll put the heat bonding on the back of it and then cut around it. And that will be your patch. So it's up to 295. It's getting there. And this is the middle heat press Cricut. This is not the largest one. The easy press. This is the middle one, and then there's a larger one than this. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to give it just a little press here. And now I'm going to lay blessed on top of this. Looks pretty. And I have some parchment paper. Just tear it in half and use this parchment paper and over it. And I'm going to do it for 30 seconds. And it would help if there we go. I keep forgetting how to use it because I haven't used it in a while. And I'm going to do the other one as well. And then we're going to turn this down because we have to put the backing on it. Okay. And paper. And we're going to let this cool. So I'm just going to bring it to the side. And we're going to grab Queen. And we're going to go ahead and do the white. And Bless is cooling right now. And I am just going to, I just have a habit of lint brushing everything. So just in case, I know it's felt, but just have a habit of lint rolling everything. So now this one, I am going to go ahead and put Queen on here. She's looking good on the white. Oh, I see one that turned. Let me bring this one back over. Oh, shoot. Okay. Okay, we're gonna put Queen on here. Oh, I love the SS6. Okay, got Queen on there. I am going to go ahead and get paper. And we're going to go ahead. Did I heat press this? No, I didn't, but hey, I forgot. I didn't heat press it at first. And I'm just giving it a little pressure. And then we're going to turn this down to 305, I believe. Okay. Queen is done. I'm going to take her over and let her cool off. And we're going to bring Bless back. And let me turn this down to, 305 for 6 seconds. So, temperature down. 305. Timer. 6 seconds. There we go. And we're going to remove the backing of this. So it cooled off. Oh, that's beautiful. And this could go on a hat. Oh, that's beautiful. Just putting the backing back on here. Got it on. I'll just be using this on felt. It's really got. Wouldn't be able to use it on anything else but felt. So put that to the side. And so the backing would be, this is the backing for this one. So the rough side, this is the rough side. This is going to go on the back of this. But this is beautiful. So I'm going to flip it over. Put this down on the back of this. And what I'm going to do is get some more paper. And I'm going to do this for 6 seconds. Okay, I'm going to remove it. And it's on there. And what we're going to do is cut out all around the letters. Just cut out, around the letters so that we can have it as a patch. So the next one is going to be Queen. Let me go ahead and take this off. Put this back on. We can reuse this again. Okay, that is beautiful. So now I'm going to turn it over. And I'm going to get the backing for this. And remember, the rough side goes down on the back of it. And we're going to be doing this for 6 seconds. And let that cool off, but that did really good. That's beautiful. This felt right here is much sturdier than this felt, but we're going to go ahead and get the scissors and we're going to cut all around. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off because I don't need it anymore. But I am just going to, let's see how I want to do this. I'm just going to cut around it. Now I'm sure could be a better way to cut around the letters. Not sure how I want to do this, but I'm just cutting it in a square right now. And I guess I could have used my cutters to make a really nice line, but scissors are doing okay. To kind of even it out. Yeah. So, and we'll do the same thing for Queen. I'm just, let me move this out the way here. And get a ruler and my cutter here. But you could definitely go ahead and cut around the letters if you wanted to. You know, that would be up to you, how you want to cut it. I am just squaring it off. That's all I'm doing. I'm just going to square it off using the ruler. And I think it really turned out really nice. It's turned out really nice. So with that said, guys, I have showed you how to make a patch using felt. And again, you can definitely cut around the words so that it will look more like a patch, if you like. I just squared it off. That's all I did. But you can definitely do that. But tell me how you like it. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments section. Don't forget to go ahead and click on that. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. And then also go ahead and subscribe if you have not subscribed. And then also please click on the notification bell so when we do go live, you will be notified. But this is what we did today. Let's make patches using our stones, our rhinestones. Until next time, guys, you guys have a great day. Thank you for your support and watching. Make sure you subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and click on that bell to be notified. I do upload videos once a week. If you like the contents in this video, leave me a comment. If there's something you would like to see, let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to go to my website, which is queenoft-shirts.com. Until next time, guys, keep being creative.